If Allah, the one who preserves with absolute precision everything in the heavens and the earth, from what's on land and sea, from the dry to the moist, doesn't miss a single detail, not even a small thing nor a big one, everything is counted, then do you really think that he wouldn't also preserve and monitor the actions of human beings? I mean, think about it. A human being isn't just any creature. We were created with a noble nature. We were entrusted with a divine mission. We were appointed as caretakers on this earth. How could our actions, especially those that touch on our relationship with Allah, the Lord of all things, not be watched, recorded, or judged? Would it make sense that Allah wouldn't separate right from wrong in our deeds? That He wouldn't hold us accountable? That He wouldn't weigh our actions on a scale of justice or reward or punish us accordingly? No way. Allah is far above such neglect. The same one who controls and manages this whole universe with such precision and balance. He's the one who keeps everything in order. And that order and that balance, it's not random. It's a reflection of His knowledge and His wisdom, His will and His power. Just look around you. Nothing is created haphazardly. Every single thing, no matter how small, is made with exact order and balance. Even as living things grow and change over time, it's never chaotic. All those changes, from beginning to end, happen with perfect coordination. And when a thing's life is over and it's done with its purpose here, Allah still doesn't forget it. He preserves it. You know where He keeps it? In our minds and in our memory, which is honestly like a little version of the preserved tablet, or sometimes in things like mirrors that perfectly reflect. He even records the history of a thing in its seeds and fruits. Think about that for a second. A fruit literally contains the story of its tree and the next one to come. So even when something dies or disappears from sight, parts of its life are still being stored, mirrored, and remembered. And this applies to so many things: human memory, tree fruits, fruit pits, flower seeds. All of these are signs of how deeply Allah preserves things. They show us the vastness and detail of His hifz, His preservation. Have you ever looked at the spring season and really thought about it? Every single blooming flower, every single tree bearing fruit, it's not random. Each one comes from a tiny seed, and each one of those seeds carries within it its full blueprint of what's going to come. Not only in physical form, but also how it will grow, bloom, produce, and when spring comes, it's like all these blueprints suddenly opened up and unfolded, one by one, each according to a precise and perfect calculation. Isn't that amazing? Doesn't that show you how deeply Allah is preserving and watching everything? If that much care is given to something temporary, just plants in the spring, how could anyone imagine that Allah also wouldn't preserve and record the actions of us, the humans, whose deeds have real consequences in the unseen world, in the hereafter, in the world of souls, and in the eyes of the absolute Lord? Can you really believe that these actions would be ignored or left undocumented? No way. Absolutely not. This level of preservation that we're talking about, it shows us something really powerful, that the owner of this universe is deeply concerned with recording everything. He's watching over every detail in His kingdom. He rules with such precision and care that even the smallest event, even the tiniest act, is written down and recorded, either directly or by His command. And He's keeping images, records, and details of everything in multiple folders, if you will, different kinds of preservation. And if that's the case, then there's absolutely no doubt that He will one day open the book of deeds, especially for humans, who are not only honored and valued, but created with immense potential. So, yes, our actions, our choices, they have to be placed on a precise scale. They must be judged with care, and our records will, without question, be opened. Now, let me ask you another thing. Can you honestly believe that this human being who was honored with the rank of responsibility and given the immense trust, that this human being who became a leader, a witness over creation, who interacts with the worship and glorification of so many other creatures by affirming the oneness of Allah in all these different realms, can you believe that this person would just be left alone? That he would go to the grave and rest quietly and never be questioned about what he did, the big and the small? That he wouldn't be brought to the grand court on the day of judgment? No, absolutely not. Never. And how could we even think that a human being could disappear into nothingness? That he could simply vanish under the dirt, outside the reach of the all-powerful, the majestic, especially when every single event from the past, those miracles of divine power, testify to His ability to bring about all that is possible in the future? that very power that brings about winter and then spring, and they themselves resemble resurrection and gathering, do you really think that the same power can't bring us back? And since people aren't fully held accountable in this world, they're not judged here in the way their actions truly deserve. Then it's clear. There must be another day. A day of the greatest court, a day of ultimate joy for some and justice for all.